Hello, Watch Chit Chat here with a reminder that life is short. Buy the watch. Today we're looking at the Panerai Luminol Mariner. It's a pretty big watch with specs up the top there. Throw it on the wrist. And look, this is a dive watch, so it's got the crown guard, which is known for the Panerais. Just give that a bit of a wind, the small seconds. And this one's got a blue sunburst dial. Look, it's thick and it's heavy, and it doesn't actually come with this leather strap. It comes with this pretty unique sort of style bracelet. But the reason why I changed it out, and I'll change it back now, but the reason why I changed it out is because that bracelet doesn't have any micro adjust. And I'm finding that with the weight of the watch and as my wrist expands, for some reason, this bracelet in particular, whilst it's light and thin, you can see how thin it is. I find it's the only bracelet in my collection that strangles my wrist. And anyway, let's have a look here. You see there's a little button there. So what you do is you press that button. And I use my trusty toothpick. And you press that. And it slides through. So that's come out. And you just slide out like that. Yeah, so whilst it's good that they've thought of it. It's better than nothing, but it is a little bit cumbersome. Let's get this back on, shall we? And you can see that it's got this, if you look at the spring bar, it's got that little head there, and that's the one that goes towards the button. So you just stick it in that way. You can see it's pretty easy to get back on. So look, that's a nifty little system. It's not the best, but it's good that they've thought of it. And look, I think the reason why it's designed that way, and I can understand why it's not as not like the other quick release systems, is because it's quite a heavy watch. Actually, I'll undo that so that makes it easier. Yeah, I should have done that to start with. And because it's a heavier watch, the spring bar is like slightly thicker. And so, obviously with thicker spring bars, you need a different system. And that's what they came up with. So it's pretty good when you consider all that. So you throw it on the wrist. And yeah, look, there's a lot of play there, but then because of the weight of it, it does cause me problems at the end of the day. It's got a highly polished bezel as well, which is, by now, if you watch my videos, it's a bit of a no-no for me, but that dial really did it for me. And again, I probably fell victim to having too much of the blue dials, and that attracted me to the watch. And the story behind this one's a bit strange, actually. I was meeting with a client, and they are the ones that actually put it in my head. They were talking about Panerai, and he had a Panerai as well, right? And he basically said, look, I'll swap this back to the strap. But he was the one who said, look, actually, I'll leave it on, because I'll leave it on because I haven't worn this watch in a while. I'll leave it on with the bracelet. And he said, look, everyone's got to have a Panerai. And I thought, well, do they? And silly me, I was at the boutique and that rang in my head. I'm very suggestible, and next thing you know, I got a Panerai. Look, for me, it's a mistake watch. You just got to stick to what you want, right? And what you like. Just other people float these ideas in your mind, and you end up falling from them sometimes. It's a good watch. It is a good watch. It just doesn't suit what I do. Like it's big, it's chunky. Admittedly, it actually hurts my wrist at the end of the day if I've worn it too long, call me a weakling if you want, but that's just the truth. I don't want to offend any of the Paneiristes out there that this is, you know, that's a good thing that they're so crazy about these watches. I like it, but I reckon if I had my time again, if it was a different dial color, that's probably what would have done it. If I went with maybe a white dial color, I really like that kind of white version that's out there. I reckon this one might be on the sell list. Anyway, if you like that video, please click like and subscribe. And remember, life's short. Buy the watch. Even if you make mistakes sometimes. Lessons to be learned. Oh, hang on. Yeah.